Hey everyone, this is Andrew. This is my N-scale Pecos River brass, New York Central 484 Niagara. This is a brass model. It was built in, I believe, 1989. It's the S1A. There's only one of these that were built prototypically, and then they went to the S1B, which is pretty much identical. But anyway, so this brass model that I found from a member on one of the online forums had a very bad paint job on it, so I stripped it down to the bare brass and repainted it and re-decaled it as well. So I also added decals in the back of the tender, as you can see. Kind of hard to get the phone here, but on the left and right of the tail light. The tail light also was just molded in brass or cast in brass, and I actually drilled a 0.75 millimeter hole through it and added, or actually 0.5 millimeter hole through it, and added a fiber optic cable in there and mounted that to a surface mount LED to power the tail light. I have the same thing for the headlight as well. I added fiber optic, and I lit the end of it to make so I can actually reform it, and formed a little lens there. So I don't have that hooked up yet. That's what these wires here are for. Some of the other modifications I did to this is this is actually not the original trucks down here for the tender. I got this from Athearn. It's the same exact chassis that the tender was built on for the Union Pacific 4664 Challenger, and then also the Big Boy. The New York Central tender is the same tender, except it was more extended here at the end, and obviously had a larger coal load. But anyway, so the reason I did that is because this chassis has 12-wheel pickup. Let's see if I can make it brighter here. These, this truck right here, the 2 axles, and then these 4 axles have 2-rail pickups. So I have much better solid electrical connection for my engine. I also added, I remotored this with a Faulhaber 1024. I had to actually make a new bracket for the motor and move it forward, because the motor actually starts about right here and goes all the way back. It's a very long motor. It has a lot of torque, so there's no flywheel needed. I'm very happy with the performance of it, and I connected it to ESU Loksound decoder, following John Colombo, I believe how you pronounce his name. Great guy on the rail wire forum. Connected it to a couple of tantalum capacitors for more of a keep alive capacity. And I also added 2 speakers and built the baffle as well for it. I have this wired in parallel, so in parallel it equals 4 ohms, which is the lowest impedance that the Loksound decoder can handle. But I'm very happy with the sound, so I'll go ahead and fire it up, and you'll see how nice and smooth this engine runs too. It's not even comparable to the original. I believe I have the original motor somewhere here, right here. Oh. Still have some short circuiting going on here. I need to, before I put the boiler on, there we go. Yeah, this is the original motor that came in the Niagara. Very underpowered, so I'm very, very pleased with how this operates. But alright, let me go ahead and fire it up here. some dirty track there and still need to power my frogs into turnout, so we'll go ahead and reverse it here. You see the tail light? Come on.